keep trying if you guys keep trying. Let's keep rocking and rolling, man.
I mean, man, we found some amazing shit out there today. I mean, the kind of shit I didn't think you could find in the trash, you know?
Look at the moon. Oh my god, this is definitely not normal.
What is up, Blue Crew? How's it going, Green Giants? And welcome, Ledger citizens and the Deep Red Alliance to another X Crypto Live. I appreciate you guys jumping on in. Thanks for hitting the like on the way in. Thanks to any new subscribers to the channel that are helping us grow and get to 5,400 subscribers. I'm so grateful to you guys. You know, every bit of support helps. And once again, the Green Giants, thank you. You guys are the lifeblood of the channel. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you what to do. I am always wrong, but the Blue Crew is always right. This is the worst show with the best community. We got the best community jumping on in here. We got Bobby T in the house, Sammy in the house. What's up, Sam? Good to see you. Dre in the house, consistency. Let's go, man. Hidden Road, Ripple, let's go. 1.2 billion. 1.2 billion per XRP, let's go. Didn't we have the launch of XRP ETF in the United States? The first ETF of XRP launched in the United States today. That's amazing, guys. Let's go. Shout out to all the great news that XRP just keeps winning. You know, hey, it's not even retracing that bad if you consider that it went from 50 cents all the way up to like $3 plus, right? So XRP and the ISOs are doing just all right. You know, we got H-bar going almost close down to below 10 cents again. We got Algorand almost dipping, you know, back below like 17 cents, 18 cents there. But I'm liking still how strong they are compared to how super low they were before. Now you have other cryptos that are either dead or teetering on new lows or, you know, just about to break into new lows, right? You got things like, you know, IrisNet in the Cosmos ecosystem. That's probably a dead crypto now. But at 001, holy cow, with that type of supply, IrisNet could just be hitting, you know, we could be in a great reset here, you guys, because we're seeing cryptos hitting new lows and other cryptos not hitting those new lows, right? Or at least not at those levels yet. Maybe they get there, but it just looks really different. Kind of feels different. I don't know. Maybe this time it's different, but that's always like the dead words right there. Those are the dreaded last words, right, that you would want to say. Guys, I appreciate the 30 people jumping on in. Most of you are probably bots, but if you're hitting the like, I appreciate you and I'm grateful. But yeah, just the reds continue, guys. The reds just continue pouring on and pouring on. But we're here for it. We're accumulating. Been stacking up more XRP, been under $2. Been stacking up ADA under $1. Been stacking up you know, the D-Rec Alliance like nobody's business. You got one of the most OG crypto YouTube channels finally talking about a possible collaboration that's happening between XRP and ADA. And we're like, dude, if you would have just been following the D-Rec Alliance for the past half year or so, you would have been, you know, you would have been like stacked, man. You would have been already set for this, you know, rumor, right? It wouldn't be news to you. It's not news to the Blue Crew. Yogi, did you finish your book? Did I finish the Gods of Mars John Carter book, or do you mean the book? Do you mean this book right here, my friend? This book? Do you mean this book? Almost. I'm down to about half of the last one, but I also got some of this that we'll be using for the stream today. I'm not going to try to make this a habit to do it every freaking stream, but hey, man, it's been fun, and I'm not gonna lie, it's been a fun little experiment. Why not? Uncharted waters. It definitely feels like uncharted waters. Triple Nurple. It looks like we're getting a reset. It looks like the utility cryptos are starting to stand out, right? That's what we've been expecting. Even though I do expect this to be a speculative bull cycle, and I do think that there's going to be a lot of cryptos that go full send. It's going to be sending like nobody's business. Where it's going to be sent, who knows? But yeah, I'm excited for, you know, taking some shots at nice low cap cryptos like Dogstar or NLT or hell, dude, AQUA is at 0006 right now. Holy cow. The AQUA must flow. How is AQUA so undervalued. It's crazy, man. That XLM ecosystem is ripe for the taking. NLT for like 13 bucks for 1 million of them. You got Dogstar down at like 5 zeros plus. You got what's it called? You got, what was it? SHX at 007, right? You got some really good opportunities here for deep reds. XRF is probably down to like 20 cents or 30 cents. You got BGI that's really low right now, and you can earn passive income from BGI. I mean, dude, AQUA at 0006 though, that's just filthy. That is just filthy. What's cracking, G? Appreciate you, SHX girl. How you doing, dude? Finally able to catch another live. Some explosive ISO ACH news from their invite. Dude, yes, SHX. Have you started noticing Sean Bennett starting to suit up a little bit? He looks like he's getting ready for the next level here. He's starting to they got him in the suit, man. That's a good thing when Sean Bennett's wearing the suit and not the developer outfits anymore, right? So good to see Sean Bennett finally being a co-founder and really just putting on the suits, and we're getting a new face to SHX here, man. I'm loving where they're evolving today. Their invite only webinar I was part of this morning. Things are about to get spicy. Let's go. I mean, dude, we're talking about such a transformation. We're like they posted it themselves. SHX and Stronghold are ready for the transformation ISO 20022, but our other platforms, right? And I know a lot of people say ISO 20022 is overhyped. It's overblown. We're not in the era of it yet. So I'm not going to make my judgments of it's overhyped or overblown. I'm going to wait until we're in full freaking ISO 20022 mode, and then I'll make my judgments then. But for now, it's still anticipation. And it looks like if you're a digital asset that is accounting for this new messaging standard that's going to be going across, the new payment messaging standard that's going to be going across, all softwares and all technologies, it would help that your digital asset can comply or work within those rails, right? I would think so. Appreciate you, SHX Girl, for that comment. Thanks for the, yeah, dude, hey, got to give a shout out to XRP Bagman. I figure we spice it up with a different hat today, and, there's more FUD than ever before. We got no time for FUD over here, man. We got no time for FUD. Just harvested 2 plants. It's good to change things up. Definitely, man. Backed up the truck on Backed today. Nice. Spencer, let's go. Bradley, what's up? Yep, they say that and then they go buy a meme. Exactly. And then I go buy some Dogstar or NLT. I don't even go for XRP or XLM. I go get some Sologenic and COREUM instead of XRP. What am I doing, man? Dumpster diving in deep reds. That's what it's about, man. I mean, we're going to be here when it's deep reds. Other people will shy away from making content. Other people will, there's just not enough sentiment for them to get enough viewers. So they just probably don't see the point of streaming or doing that. Dude, we've been doing this day in, day out for 8 years. And sure, yeah, we've taken little breaks in between. Maybe we don't stream for every single day, but damn, man, we try. I'm going to keep trying if you guys keep trying. You know the freaking deal.
I'm going to keep trying if you guys keep trying. Let's keep rocking and rolling, man.
And I'm going to keep buying if you guys keep buying. You guys know the freaking deal. Dude, we got Ooga Booga. To whom do I owe the honor for being able to get Ooga Booga through to this channel, man? Shout out to you, Ooga Booga, man. Might as well get a meme in the XRPL ecosystem. Hell, David Schwartz told you that, right? Get ready for, peg your XRP with a meme and get ready for the freaking bountiful rewards that are bound to come in that bull cycle, man. Talk about increasing not only the risk, but also increasing your reward when bullish times come. Ooga Booga is definitely one of those options in the XRPL meme space. But is it really a meme, or is it just a way of life? SHX is an amazing it totally is. It totally is. Sub a penny was already, even at a penny. SHX is just, it's on a whole other level, and still people don't know about it, which is so crazy. It's a locked supply, right? And it's at double zeros. Holy cow. You got 100K of these things at least. you're doing some damage in the future economy, right? And the funny thing is you're probably able to get 100K of these, right? If if you stack it up long enough, you'd probably be able to get 100K. You would have been able to get you would have been able to get 1 million with the Blue Crew at triple zeros, right? In 2023. But hey, you could still get 100K and have a massive impact on the future US economy, and ACH system and ISO 20022 system, right? You can still be your own bank with 100K. Hell, if you survive this bear cycle, if you survive this these deep reds, and you still have one whole XRP or one whole ADA, one whole Algorand, or one whole HBAR, congratulations to you. Hell, one whole kin. Bought 1 million in 2023. Legend Yosef. I mean, dude, the Blue Crew took over the SHX ecosystem in 2023. We flipped the switch on September 24th of 2023. We'll never forget the date that switch was flipped. And how funny that things started to turn around all of a sudden. We flipped the switch on SHX. Isn't that crazy? I don't know. There might be something to it. What do you think, Legendary, if you're in the chat? You think the Blue Crew in 2023 got enough SHX to do some damage and flip the switch? I think we did. Now we're just stacking them up every day, man. We're just stacking them up every day. Turning our Dog Star rewards into NLT and SHX now. I'm scooping up some low end NLT here, man. You're talking about a crypto that's about 40 billion capped or 31.5 billion capped supply, and you're able to get millions out of a utility crypto that has that basically is the coin market cap of the Stellar ecosystem. Like, when people go look just specifically for Stellar ecosystem things, they go to the SDEX Explorer, right? They use the SDEX Explorer. The amount of hodlers, this is going to be mind-blowing to you guys. This is why I like NLT so much in the deep reds right here for the no limit token. Here, I'll light it up after. I'll light it up after, because this was wonderful to see, because I hadn't seen this number in a while, right? When we came across NLT at 502, I think it's at 4013 now, right? So when we came across NLT with the Blue Crew, give me a sec. When we came across NLT with the Blue Crew, dang, I just got distracted by that phone call. It was at 502. There's 4013 now, right? The amount of hodlers at the time that it was 502 was less than 100. Less than 100 holders, right? When the Blue Crew came across NLT. NLT now at 5013, that's only what? 10 number, like, a full 10 away from the 502. 502, 100 holders. 4013, 4,000. I repeat, 4,000 holders of NLT today. Remember, Blue Crew originally came across it sub 100 holders, $2 per. Now we're just talking about 10 extra dollars for 1 million with 4,000 holders who are possibly, most likely digging themselves out of a hole. So they're going to be hodling NLT. They're going to be staking NLT for fun, for the fun tokens, right? Because there was probably so many people who chased NLT guys on that pump, right? They didn't have the benefits of what the Blue Crew had, right? In the deep reds, right? So there's people who are going to be hodling, trying to get themselves out of this hole, staking the NLT, locking it up, and probably accumulating even at these lower prices just to help them out with themselves digging out of this hole. So NLT, I'm more bullish on by the day. The more opportunities that we get at 1 million with a 31 billion cap supply. Think about the 4,000 hodlers. Do each one of them have at least 1 million NLT? Possibly. Right? Depending on where they bought. right? Some people probably didn't get the chance to get a million NLT, or they had to spend $100 for a million NLT, right? Versus $2 for NLT. So it's crashed. There's people digging themselves out a hole. I think there's going to be people who are hodling through, and I think there's just going to be only more accumulation. I think the supply is going to get less and less. I am loving the growth of NLT, especially since XLM ecosystem hasn't been booming in general. That when it does and XLM starts going freaking bonkers, NLT is going to have no limit, right? There is no limit to the no limit token. So excited for NLT, especially with coffee money. It's one of the best coffee money players out there, man. Feel great every time I'm like splitting up those dog star rewards now between. It used to just go funneled into SHX, but now I'm like, damn, NLT looks too juicy to pass up here, man. Because if this thing has that potential to shoot up from 5 zeros 13 or 4 zeros 13 to 4 zeros 26 in a matter of a day, and that's a 2x in a short order, right? So I'll take that, man. I'll take that with I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow. I'm not saying it's happening today. But, you know, I just like it when NLT's in the deep reds and this far down in the deep reds, right? We had to kind of wait for NLT to keep going and keep going and keep going, right? We're waiting with Solana to go under $100, right? We're waiting for, you know, it's hard. We had to wait for Caspa, right? People were trying to get me to chase Caspa. People were trying to get me to chase XPR instead of being, you know, with us on XPR at triple zeros. People were trying to get me to chase XCN, right? When XCN was booming. Oh, it still got some more juice. And then we hit this deep red, right? The deep reds are always around the corner. We never chase candles, never chase fat green candles. We don't let FOMO get the best of us. FOMO don't exist anymore between these ears. Let's freaking go. Yosef in the house. Light them up. Appreciate everybody. Grab a drink, grab a smoke, grab something. We're about to just go even deeper into the reds, and we got some good deep reds. I want to say thank you to the 66 viewers. If we could get 66 likes for this stream, that would change our lives. So I appreciate you guys so much. Woo. It's a hot day in LA. This is definitely a hot box of the finest sort. Got to find a place to ash this, though. That'll be okay. Maybe the tube. All right. So NLT, definitely one of the deep red gems that's out there. We've been talking about XX Network. XX Network still at 3 cents. This is amazing to see XX Network fighting so hard to not create newer lows. It's amazing to see WLD under 60 cents now, or 70 cents. WLD and XX Network are a brilliant combo because they're connected to each other. XX Network's got those Ripple and XRPL connections, right? XX Network is less than $1 billion supply at 3 cents, guys. Powerhouse crypto, quantum resistant, right? XRPL's Chris Larson is invested in them. You got WorldCoin doing 3 different grants of investment into them. They had a hell of a run in early 2024. I think XX Network is going to continue. And David Chom, you know, the founder of XX Network, the former creator of eCash, I think they're going to melt faces in this next bull cycle, man. XX Network is going to be a big, big surprise to a lot of people. WLD, another good deep red, leading digital identity crypto out there. Poseidon logo. They love Poseidon symbolism. Yeah, weird black and white crypto logo, connections with Ripple. Yeah, I'm liking WLD. I mean, obviously, Sam Altman. And we already seen how much the Trump administration has invested into OpenAI and Sam Altman. Yeah, so those are some other good deep reds that are out there. Cosmos ecosystem will continuing hammering on, man. Cosmos under $5, Tezos under $1. You got so many powerhouse layer 1 cryptos that are so undervalued right now. This is the perfect time of the intrinsic value versus the market price, right? The intrinsic value is far outweighing the market price of some of these projects. right? And that's when it's perfect points for entry, man. That's why you take profits in the green, man. Is for just the beautiful days like this where you're just like, whoa, all right, here we go. Time to double on up, right? Bradley in the house. What's up, Bradley? The Dodgers Jeters were gangster. Yeah, dude, these are crazy. Look at this, man. Look at that, dude. Right? And then, like, look at that. Look at that casing. What the hell? I accidentally threw this one out. I got so... I was having such a good time. I threw it in the trash. And then when I was driving off, I was like, wait, why did I throw that away? I don't think I'm going to hold on to that book, onto this book, but it's pretty dope, man. I do like it. I do like it. I don't know if I should hold on to it as a collectible. I just don't know. Like this would be something that would go for like $1,000. But now that I don't even have the full set, and since we're going to be making dough off crypto, who cares? But it was a fun book for sure. And we still got a little bit of the last one that we're saving up because they actually tasted good, man. They were good Dodgers Jeters, without a doubt. All right. Immutable IMX. Oh, give me a sec. There we go. Immutable IMX is another great value. On Coinbase, close to 30 cents now. Pretty low supply, great following, great respect amongst the community. I am liking Immutable more and more, and I'm loving that we're getting deep red coming in on it at deep reds and not chasing a pump with Immutable. IOTX, same thing. Still loving IOTX, and it's DPIN and it's AI. USA made crypto. Can't overlook that. USA. So IOTX and IMX, both with an I and an X, but definitely loving those in terms of their price to supply and I guess intrinsic value to the price. Just got done mowing my yard. Oh, hell yeah, Bradley. Chill out, man. Give me a sec, guys. What other things? Let me see. Oh, XPNet is one of my favorite deep reds right now. XPNet at sub $1 billion supply at 0004. XPNet. Connections with Casper and Hedera. Good dark horse contender to join the DREC Alliance. XPNet's a big deep red right now, for sure. Ooh. Man, this stuff hits. You also got... So we talked XPNet. You also got... damn, what's another one? XPNet. Same basket. Bank Social. 000s. Those two are fun 000 cryptos that have H-bar connections. So I'm liking XPNet there. We talked about Bank Social, Saucer Swap, the HBAR ecosystem, great exposure there. XPX, CBDC tech sprint winner. Dude, a lot of people like to give me a lot of crap, and it's fine, that's, we do put ourselves out there and we speak passionately, so it's understandable that when people will disagree in the same direction, harshly, right? 39 months. Wow. Is that a good thing or a bad thing, Legendary? I don't know, man. That's awesome, man. Good seeing you, dude. Appreciate you. As always, bro. That's awesome, man. But yeah, XPX. Somebody was saying, XPX looks like it's dead. Why do you still like it? You want to know why I still like it? Because I can throw $5 at it, get tens of thousands of this crypto, put it in its wallet, and then just never think about it again. And if it turns out to be the CBDC tech sprint winner that it was hyped up to be, then hopefully that $5 turns into 5,000, right? Hopefully, because it's either dead or it's one of the chosen ones, right? At this point with XPX. Like, there's really not a lot of sentiment that people think that it's even going to break out of the triple zeros again, right? So that's the sentiment I love, especially for coffee money, because that means our coffee money can go a freaking long way, especially if this thing actually is alive and or even does anything during a bull cycle and gets some bullish sentiment coming its way, right? So I understand there's people out there who probably chase pumps or over invested. But yeah, that's not what I'll never tell you what to do. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a pro trader, and I'm always wrong. Guys, if you want to support the channel, because there's definitely no other channel like ours, they probably would have you signing up for a Patreon or something like that to look at charts endlessly, to look at you know, the direction of candles, and that that helps. But everybody was proven wrong during the except for Alchemist, I get, or no, not Alchemist, except for WEF Patsy, because WEF Patsy is never wrong, right? But in terms of thinking that we were going into the bull cycle here and that it was going to turn the corner, right? There was a lot of people in that thought, right? We took some profits. You guys know, I said I took profits in my XLM when XLM had that hard pump, right? But it looked like a lot of people. So what I'm just saying is, it's like, I think this is a valuable channel, especially for the bang for your buck. Yeah, you got to put up with, like, me smoking and acting like a freaking stoner on the lives, and long tangents and whatnot. But we're talking about every crypto under the sun here, right? Or at least every crypto that's at least worth a damn to talk about, that's highly undervalued. So I appreciate the support in whatever way it comes. Still have my XPX, XX Network, Ken, ELS, XPR. You're going with Ken. Wow, that's crazy, man. ELS, okay. XPR, love it. XDC, love it. I still have some CPH. Hey, you never know. You never know with CPH. But hey, I love that, man. You got some good options there, because all of them are basically such low sentiment right now that they're viewed as dead, and that if they actually do something in the bull cycle, your $5 or $50 turns into $500, $5,000, or $50,000, and that's a beautiful thing, man. That's what we love about crypto. That's what we love about it over coffee money, or I mean, putting it on a, some lottery ticket or something. Just throwing seeds out there, man. Throwing seeds out there in a time where everybody is scared as hell and doesn't have money anymore. We still find a way to get some dough, and we just chip away little by little. Your car FX saying at 60, I think I'm the oldest sub. Ooh. That would be interesting to do a poll right there, my man. I'm interested to know if that's actually true. I feel like we do have some old fellers out there. And hey, man, you guys teach me everything. You guys are the ones that keep me accountable when I go a little bit too far. Right? But I always appreciate that, man. That's always great, because then we get good experience coming in, and, people who see things differently that can bring in, Union Thug saying 64. He's 64. He's got a blue wrench. He's coming in with his blue wrench going, hey, I'm 64, buddy. I got 4 more years on you, kid. Got 4 more years on you, kid. I imagine for Union Thug and Carr, man, you guys are probably some freaking beast 60-year-old men, man. Just freaking, if you already know about digital assets, your minds are sharp as hell, man. Keeping up with the new things. I already feel like going into my 40s, or I'm going to be 35, right? Thankful to be 35. Feel great. Been treating myself well enough. Eating the right things. Skipping coffees has been definitely helpful. Not drinking a lot of sodas has definitely been helpful. Yeah, but you know, still got a lot to learn and do, and stretching every day has been definitely helpful. But yeah, it's going into 35, and hopefully I can feel like y'all at 60 and just be sharp as hell, right? Already know what the young kids are into, right? And investing in their stuff for my future generations out there. Not only for the short term, but for the long term as well. Yep, hip baby boomers. What's up, Yogi? Let me see. Okay, so we talked about XPNet at triple zeros, connected with Casper, connected with HBAR, less than $1 billion supply. Love it for coffee money, man. That means like this crypto not only has like double-digit outcomes in terms of price, if especially in like its best case scenario, but you're killing so many zeros on the way on the way there, and you're gaining zeros, right? So the bang for the buck on XPNet, my gosh, man, what an X crypto this thing is. Weird black and white crypto logo as well. Kind of kept hush hush, but if you look at its following, man, you got people from the Hedera team following it. You got Casper shouting out XPNet and collaborations, like their new community building. I'm excited to see what XPNet can do, especially for the coffee money there. Kin 502 can get a million kin for $2. That ain't too bad. 250, right? A million kin for 250, I'll take it. Not too bad. Hell, what? I'm gonna be thinking about throwing $200 at just XRP. I could throw 198 at XRP and then maybe $2 at kin. Get a million kin. Right? My gosh, man, beautiful opportunities that we have in front of us to take big time advantage of how undervalued a lot of these low cap cryptos are. Especially ones that are connected to the US in some way, shape, or form, or a USA homemade cryptos. But I think, you know, we're going towards a global marketplace. So, you know, maybe there is initially taxes on cryptos that you made profits from that are, you know, based overseas. But what if those profits are so miraculous that it doesn't even matter what you freaking paid for with the taxes, honestly? You know what I'm saying? And then it becomes the global marketplace where that's not even going to matter anymore. And it's just about how, you know, how great is the tech? How great is the utility? Hey, but what, you know, what can XRP not do, right? What can XLM not do? What can HBAR not do? What can Algorand not do? OGs are winning for sure, man. Silver days. Shout out to y'all. And I mean, you know, it's great knowing, you know, that people of, you know, of all ages are interested in what we're doing here. So, or at least want to hear out what, you know, talk with the Blue Crew and hear what the Blue Crew's got to say. They just come here for the chat. I'm just like white noise to them in the background there. So we talked Kin, we talked XPNet, we talked XPX. I mean, these are triple zeros. You got ZBEC in the triple zeros. You got AQUA in the triple zeros at 0006. The AQUA must continue to flow, and it will continue to flow. Loving AQUA token in the XLM ecosystem. So many great opportunities in the XLM ecosystem. You got NLT, you got BGI, you got Dogstar, all of those multiple zeros ahead of them in super low cap. You got freaking, you know, SHX even at 007. You got VELO going down to sub a penny. Yeah, I mean, so many. And dude, if you want to even forget about just multiple zeros, right? You got things like YBX, yield, the yield blocks. You got Blend Capital and BLND that they're in the million of supplies or so. So if you even get whole numbers of this, that's like big time damage right there, right? Just for coffee money. Phoenix DeFi Hub. I can't wait to look at my rewards once we're in a bull cycle with XLM. I'm saving that for as a Christmas day. The awards that I've been stacking up through the Phoenix DeFi Hub, through Aquarius AMMs, through staking NLT. I can't wait to just check all of those out when we're just green walls all across the board, right? Multiple pages of coin market cap, just green up and down, right? I can't wait for that Christmas day to just check out my rewards, cash them out, and not even think about my OG bag. That's going to be the best play we've ever done, Blue Crew. It's going to be great. Build a blue castle off rewards. My gosh. Can't forget about Ondu. Can't forget about it. Can't forget about Ondu. Ondu, under what, 80 cents now? Spectacular opportunity. Great sell the news event with the major news of, coming out for Ondu. People thought Ondu was just going to keep rolling, right? We were talking about Ondu in terms of its supply and where it's at right now could be that it goes lower, so we just chip away little bit by little. And that's usually our strategy anyway. But now that it's getting down to these lows, maybe there's some bigger swings being taken because the market can turn around any day now, even for a relief rally, so we can get some good short-term gains, right? If we're going with that play. But also just like good, it's deep reds, like sentiment is low, right? I feel like Ondu could be one of those cryptos that goes to like 45 cents or 50 cents. Like they play some freaking, it's like the new Ripple mind games type of stuff that they do with Ondu initially. They're already kind of doing it, but yeah, Ondu definitely can't forget about it. Yeah, buy the dip of the dip from that last dip, and then this is the last dip before the final shakeout dip. Going for 5 million ZBCN, you're freaking out of this world, Yosef, man. G sold this XRP at 3 and just gets high in his Lambo. Hey, man, there may be signs, but I won't say anything. I just bought 5K of Ondu about 10 days ago. I'm down 20%, but I'm holding. Nice. Hey, man, at this point, you're doing that meme where it's like, I don't care to get profit. I just want to get back to my normal position. No, but yeah, Ondu definitely very long-term crypto. I mean, when you bought, you're probably just already understanding that it's a long play. Like when you buy the XRPs, the XLMs, the Ondus, the Algorands, the H-bars, they're still long-term plays, right? But we're seeing the growth. We're seeing the momentum being, little by little, making their ways on up, sideways, whatever they're doing. Why don't you like my comments? Dude, mix. Wait, let me see, man. Hey, man, I don't want you to take it personally, dude. Sometimes I just scroll and it just goes that way. No way y'all still here. What's up, dude? Bear market just starting. 90% of S coins going die. Yeah, I think that's what's happening, man. I think we're gonna see projects that can't self-sustain themselves, right? That's how you reset the market right there. You just crash it so freaking hard that these other projects can't even are struggling to stay afloat, while the other ones that can withstand the storm and have withstood numerous storms before will be the main pillars of the blockchain economy. It's going to probably be about maybe 12 to 23 main blockchains, I would think. Like I feel it's definitely multi-ledger. And I feel like it's going to seem like it's really big, but it'll just be all these L2s or like tokenized assets underneath these premier blockchains, right? Because that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for like the main ones that are going to get those network effects where that the people can't afford to miss out of not being involved in the blockchains. Right now, people could afford and explore other options, but there's going to get to a point where you have, a lot of the big money, a lot of the majority of hard assets tokenized on select blockchains. And, as a developer or builder, I don't think you're going to want to miss out on that. Right. So you could say monopolizes, but it's not really a monopoly. It just ends up being, hey, these are our open source versions of Google, Facebook, and, what have you, X, and so on and so forth, Amazon. We are about to witness the biggest bull. Dude, it's going to be fantastic, Bradley. It's going to be fantastic. I mean, I don't know how much redder it's going to get, but this is the reset. And the bull run is going to definitely be a leave the world behind moment. So many people will chase this pump. This could be a multi-year bull cycle, and people are chasing the pumps so hard, right? That when the ultimate crash does happen and the need to shift to an eco-friendly solution begins, and then thus consolidating even further the amount of blockchains that are usable, that's when we're going to see, you know, the real, what the real blockchain. Right now, we still got to go through the learning hurdles of we can use our electricity in smarter and better ways. You know, we are over consuming our electricity, and yes, we can find other alternatives, but is it really worth it to, you know, use those resources where you can use them in other places, you know, for better things? You know, you already have the other solutions that can do it just as good. Like, I'm just interested to see, yeah, like the story of Bitcoin is going to be very interesting. But for me, I feel like it's snake oil. I think it's meant to just draw the sheeple in. I think that's the whole purpose. Get as many of the sheeple into blockchain and get them into the wrong one. Cyber attack happens. Damn, we thought this was the one. My bad. But dude, look at these ones that survived and are actually legit. And there was other people who knew about this before, and we just jumped the gun on this one, right? Hey, dude, .com had its own bubble, and look, we're still freaking using the internet, aren't we? Like Zbeck might grab it here. Yeah, Zbeck's a gem. Long-term plays. There we go. Stacking them up. Just stack them up, stack them up, stack them up. The algorithm can only allow so many of them, and you got more. Black and white swan all together. There we go, man. We know what we hodl. OMG. Things are about to change forever. Japan's bankruptcy filings hit 11-year high. Damn. Dude, here we go. We got to flip the switch. Where's Yoshitaka Katao? What's he going to do? Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a set of main blockchains. You'll have layer 2s or whatever. They're just called tokenized assets at that point. But their market caps compared to the main ones will just be, I mean, I'm sure they could still keep this element that we still have, you know, that we've had over the years of this speculation, and then like, ooh, you still have some of your big movers, right? You still have some of the ones that just like can still change your life like a lottery ticket, right? But it'll just be more about utility. People will be making profits in other ways. You know, since it's going to open up the economy so much, and it's going to open it up to streaming payments, micro payments, machine-to-machine payments dominantly, right? It's going to open up so many opportunities in the economy that people will be making money in other ways, other than crypto probably, but they'll be plugged in all the time, right? That's the catch. Is like you're plugged in, you're on chain all the time. You know, hope you're happy, right? Chances are you may deal with mental health issues because, you know, being plugged in all the time ain't a good thing, man, for your mental health. Gotta unplug, touch grass, gotta breathe slowly. Can't be all in your brain all the damn time. Gotta be in your body a little bit. Remember, you're freaking human. Acting like you want to be a robot. But the robots are here. That's what a robot looks like, guys. So, and then they may look like us in the future because they really like the way that we look, or they want to deceive us. They could take shapes of other things as well. Maybe we get a robot Pokemon in the future, or I definitely think hologram technology is going to be a really big thing. You know, AR, VR, holograms, that stuff's just going to continue to explode and grow. Hell, a Pokeball is kind of like shooting out a hologram of the Pokemon, right? We're going to totally have that in real life. Like, if we're already obsessed with remakes of God knows everything from our past, right? Just wait for like real life Pokemon to actually become an actual thing to do, right? And Pokemon has only grown more and more over the years, you know. Pokemon Go sent it to a new level. It introduced a whole new era of people that never even knew about the OG Pokemon, right? But we're already playing our own version of Pokemon, and I'm freaking Ash Ketchum, trying to get all the Pokemon, trying to catch them all, right? Could be 150 blockchains for all we know, right? That are the main blockchains. We already got our Pikachu in Bitcoin. We're earning freaking Satoshis left and right through the Ember app. You know, if you guys want to join us and get some Satoshis, using the referral helps you get some extra ones right there. It's in the description below. Obviously, got to shout that out because loving it. Loving the Ember app, man. Loving being able to earn passive Satoshis and just cranking them out right there. So we already got our you know, Pikachu with Bitcoin there. Now we got to go to our Squirtle, our freaking Charizard, our, you know, Bulbasaur, or our Charmander, right? That's the starting out before they level up, right? But what are the cryptos that are like that? What would you guys say are the next three to, you know, Bitcoin's Pikachu, right? Obviously, XRP is probably Charizard, even though it's a water crypto, so we can say it's Blastoise, right? Blastoise or Squirtle or, you know, Wartortle, right? And then you have Bulbasaur, Venusaur, and Ivysaur, or Ivysaur and Venusaur. We are taking $2 billion in a day from tariffs. Tariffs are on. The orange sheriff is in town. Interesting. Okay, here we go. Where are we going to be putting that money? Are we going to be putting that money into the markets? Let's go. Let's do it. Yeah, got to look at the bigger picture. Hey, man, whatever's, you know, going down is leading to the path where digital assets have to be adopted at mass. So whatever are the steps in that direction, whatever crazy roller coaster it is, we're still on the ride, man. You guys know the deal. Guys, I'm so grateful for everybody who joined us here on another stream, another X Crypto Live. Thanks for hitting the like on the way out. Thanks to any new subscribers to the channel who are helping us grow day in, day out. You know, every bit of support helps, guys, helps change our lives, helps us keep doing what we're doing. And, you know, give a shout out to the Green Giants. Thank you for your support. And thanks for everybody else who's been supporting. And, you know, in the description below, there's other ways to support as well. Yeah, if we can get we got 100 viewers, if we can get 100 likes for the stream, that would be out of this world. Once again, massive deep reds, AQUA 0006, loving it. NLT at $14 for a million, Kin for $2 for a million, XPNet at 0004. You got Zbeck at 000s, right? Amazing opportunities out there, guys. And then, of course, the blue chip cryptos that are most likely in the reds. Cosmos ecosystem is one of the most undervalued that are out there. Loving the Cosmos ecosystem is like a great all-around one because you could stake and you just build up freaking rewards with these assets, right? They may not be the best one, but they're in that realm, right? But these assets are just building and building, and then when those green candles come, being, you know, able to cash out those freaking rewards is going to be amazing, man. So once again, thanks for hitting the like. Appreciate everybody. Much love. I'll see you guys in the next one. We're going at it, man. We're in Tuesday, getting close to the middle of the week here. Let's finish the week, you know, get to the middle of the week strong and finish the week strong. And then hopefully on my birthday, we're freaking booming by the end of this week. I hope on my birthday, man, we are in a whole different stratosphere. That is for sure. Much love to the Blue Crew. Thank you, Green Giants. Thank you, Ledger Citizens. And thank you, Deep Red Alliance. The future is distributed ledger technology, and the future is bright. Our future is bright. We got the golden eye, and we keep it crypto. I'm going to keep buying if you guys keep buying. See you in the blue castle. Adios.
I'm gonna keep trying if you guys keep trying. Let's keep rocking and rolling, man.
I mean, man, we found some amazing shit out there today. I mean, the kind of shit I didn't think you could find in the trash, you know?
Look at the moon. Oh my god, this is definitely not normal.
We're on the XRP roller coaster. You can't get me to let go, cause the XRP roller coaster won't stop. It won't stop. It won't stop.
1KX strategy, I got big bags gradually, so please don't be mad at me. I'm cashing out happily. If they didn't buy, that's a tragedy. If you didn't sell, no strategy, and you missing out, that's staggering. Swimming around, I got island dreams. The flippening is happening. You thought the chart was flattening, it went to dark, then the blackening. I want 1K, I'm imagining. Flip the switch and we traveling. Dark to light, it was dazzling. You heard the boom, it was rattling. You ain't get a bag, that's damaging.
We're on the XRP roller coaster. You can't get me to let go, cause the XRP roller coaster won't stop.
Tick tock, piss, boom. Here's another Red Bull drop for you. I'm buying it up, getting interest too. Future trillions coming soon. Hardware wallet, nothing can stop it. On the drop, I guess I'm buying. Internet of value, got me flying. XRP community, the first to ride it. BG and Joe Cat's the pilot. Take off soon, blasting off like a Space Force rocket. Heading to the moon.
We're on the XRP roller coaster. You can't get me to let go, cause the XRP roller coaster won't stop.
We just touched down like a paved low. Better pay me my money for you end up in halos. You ain't see us coming around the corner like tornadoes, but when you see us go, it's gon' make your mind and brain blow. On the way up, me and G gon' make it rain though. Pot of gold, but you ain't never find a rainbow. We headed up the roller coaster and your train slow. Big bags, little bags, we got the payload.
We're on the XRP roller coaster. You can't get me to let go, cause the XRP roller coaster won't stop. It won't stop. It won't stop.
Them other coins we canceling is sorta like a balancing. You stuck in all examining, now going into panicking. FOMO like a mofo on the low. We gon' blow. If you don't know, you a bozo. Enjoy the show.